What's happening, people? You are through to the Fight Week show, and we're here to talk about the preview to the UFC 272. Yes, UFC 272. The weigh-ins happened today. The press conference happened last night. It was crazy, um, and the decent continued. And decent continued. I came on the channel yesterday and we spoke a little bit about the media scrum and a lot more of that carried on. And big up to everybody that's joining me right now, everybody that's watching live, people that's watching on Twitter, you man on Twitch. Salute to all of you lot for joining me. Big up. And everybody that's watching on playback, you all count. All of you matter to me. You know what I mean? All of you matter to me, man. And it's crazy. We're in fight week. This is the last day till we go to fight day. And the weigh-ins has happened. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this card, man. This card is crazy. And like I said it yesterday. We're gonna be, I'll do watch alongs from main card of pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Main card of pay-per-views. I'll definitely be doing watch alongs to that. And some of the boxing fights that's happening as well. That's coming up. We're gonna be doing the watch alongs on this channel. So please keep your eyes peeled for those as we put all of those in notifications and that. So yes, let's start from the top. Colby, Colby versus Masvidal. You know, what I mean, I'm starting from the top today. Colby versus Masvidal. We know both of those guys. They're coming off a loss to Kamaru Usman. Big up my guy Carl Rossi. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, man. Thank you for joining me, my guy. Del Boy Gunner. Thank you for joining us. Salute to you. Smash them likes, people. You see it there, the man's doing the Lord's work already, man. And if you haven't checked out Del Boy Gunner's TV, go and check his channel out. Putting a lot of good content up there, good Arsenal content on there. I appear on there more time myself, you know what I mean? So yeah, go and show him some love on his channel. And yeah, big up to everybody that's watching. Colby versus Masvidal. Masvidal 35 wins, 15 losses. His last loss coming off a loss to Usman. Colby 16 wins, 15 wins, 3 losses. Again, coming off a loss to Usman as well. And this is a fight that I see going one or two ways. Masvidal getting in there, unloading on Colby, finds the sweet spot and puts Colby to sleep, which I haven't seen yet because Kobe's got 3 losses, and two of those losses come from Usman. So I've not really seen anyone put Kobe to sleep yet. So I'm not sure if that's likely to happen. But I'll tell you what I think's likely to happen. Um, I think Kobe has so much more tools in the box to win this fight. He can stand there and dictate the pace with Masvidal. He can dictate the pace. He can put pressure on him. He can always go for them takedowns, mixing it up. Masvidal not knowing whether to protect, to get ready for takedown defense, or Colby's gonna come with something up top. So you just don't know, and that's the advantage that Colby's got here. And Colby got that cardio, man. You know what I mean? He loves going 5 rounds. He loves going 5 rounds. You know what I mean? I've not really seen Masvidal. He's not really built like that, man. He's not really built with the cardio thing like that. You know what I mean? So I think if I was to pick a win, I'm going for Colby. Colby's gonna be my pick on this one. I just feel Colby. Um, I wouldn't even go as far as active because Colby ain't really been active like that. You know what I mean? He's at what, two fighting 2 years, so it's not really been active like that. Masvidal has even been longer. So these two guys is crazy. I'm big up my man here saying freaking Velasquez. I touched on this yesterday, and some new information, more information's come out today. I'm gonna touch on that, bit there later. I'm gonna touch on it later. Um, Yeah, my heart says Masvidal, says Carl, and but sadly, I think Colby wins. Yeah, I got the same line of thinking as you right now. So yeah, I'm going with Colby on this, man. I think you got the right thinking there. So we on to the next one. We got Rafael dos Anjos versus Renato Moicano. Renato Moicano coming off a win against Hernandez, and Rafael dos Anjos coming off a win against Felder. Right. At first, I wanted to go with RDA. RDA has got 13 wins and 13 losses, and now to 16 wins and 4 losses, one contest. Right. I wanted to go with RDA. I picked RDA right off the back. I'm like, yeah, RDA is getting this done. Right. And then I I started looking at, yeah, I saw who his last win was, and I thought, oh, pump the brakes, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Did he beat Felder? Did did he beat Felder? If you man don't know, I don't know if you man know about the Felder course, right? When you beat Felder, usually you go on to lose your next fight, and that's happened in the last 5 or 6 losses that Felder's had, like in consecutively. Even Dan Hooker, Dan Hooker beat Felder, goes and loses to goes and loses to Chandler. Like, it's crazy. So that Felder curse is alive and kicking. And I pump my brakes, even though Renato Moicano is taking this fight on short notice. I feel like that fucking curse is alive and kicking, man. And for that reason, for my superstitious reason, I could be way wrong here. But I'm gonna go with it because I've seen it happen so much. So I've seen it happen so many times. Um, so for that reason alone, I'm gonna go with Anato Moicano against against RDA. Big up Brandon. My man saying, why is Will late? Yeah, Will ain't late. Will ain't gonna be turning up today. He's had some family emergencies that he's had to deal with. So family comes over everything, and yeah, he's had some family issues that he's had to deal with. So we hope everything is well with Will. Okay, moving on to the next fight. It's Edison Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell. Please put your picks in the comment section as well, and I'll put them up on the screen as we go along. Edison Barboza 22-10, Bryce Mitchell 14-0. Bryce Mitchell coming off a win against Andre Philly, and Barboza coming off a loss to Giga Chikadze. That Giga kick, man. You know what I mean? He fell victim to that. But Bryce Mitchell is a whole different kind of. Is you know what I mean? Is a whole different ball game. I've been following Bryce Mitchell from day dot, like from his tough days. You know what I mean? From the Ultimate Fighter days when he was on there with Superman. Um, that was on. It was on DC's team actually. That was DC. That was DC and Chromie, um, DC and Stipe Ultimate Fighter season that them two were on. So yeah, Bryce Mitchell is a guy. He is real gangster, man, and he is about that life. That boy is on 5 fight win streak, and I believe he's gonna retain his O against Edison Barboza. And I'm not gonna lie, Edison Barboza has been fantastic since he come to 145. He just happened to fall in front of someone like Giga, and Giga is rising. He's just been rising and rising up until he fell victim to Calvin Keita. So we know what Giga is about, and we also know what Edson Barboza is about. Edson Barboza is an OG, 22 wins and 10 losses. That's an OG in the game, and you know what I mean. He's been around for so long, and I think in this fight here, I just feel like Bryce Mitchell might have way too much for him, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, Carl Ross is saying Thug Nasty submission. I agree, Thug Nasty. Bryce Mitchell is the one that's going to take this win, and I'm going for Bryce Mitchell in this one. Yes, Brandon, Family first all day long, for real, for real. Next fight on the card is Kevin Holland, basketball Kevin Holland, fighting Alex Oliveira. If you don't know what happened with Alex Oliveira, he had a grenade chucked at him while he was driving in Brazil. Yeah, man, they tried to take that man's life, right? Tried to kill that guy, but he's still alive and breathing. He's still out here doing what he's doing. And salute to Oliveira. He's coming off a loss to Nico Price. He's 22 and 11, another OG in the game. Kevin Holland is a rising star. He was doing so well before everything was going nice until he started falling victim to people like Bronson, like real wrestlers. That them and they just took him down. I showed him another world, and I remember him talking to Khabib, like begging Khabib, like, "What should I do? Well, like, please help me." What I mean? Khabib was sat next to Dana, and there's basketball underneath Bronson, asking him, "Bro, help me out here." What I mean? And Khabib's giving him like little coaching thing. Eventually went to join AKA. He went to join Khabib's gym just to be able to learn wrestling and not have to go through the stuff that is the stuff that is going through. Um, Brandon here says Edison has died off from what he should have been back in the day. Not everyone has that factor to get over the hump and play in the big leagues. Yeah, I mean that's why he had to change division. That's why he had to leave 155 because he weren't cutting it there, and he had to jump down to 145, start cutting more weight than he's already cutting to make 155, just to go down to 145 and see what he can really do down there. And in fairness to Edison Barboza, since he's been there, he's kind of held his own. He's done all right at 145, but once he start hitting those tough guys at 155, I don't know. Maybe he's gonna hit a wall, and who knows? Retirement is calling on the day. He's looming. He's looming. He's 36 years old. So, you know, Barboza now is probably going to end up being like a gatekeeper for these divisions, man. It's probably going to fluctuate between 145 and 155 over the next couple of years, whatever's left in the twilight of his career. Now we're talking about Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, I believe, this fight is happening at 170, and he's coming off a no contest with Chris Dakar. But I believe Kevin Holland here is gonna get the win against Alex Oliveira. I don't want to go knockout. I don't want to go knockout. If Kevin Holland is even saying to people because they're asking him, "What can we expect from you?" And he's saying in his press conference, don't be surprised if you see me shoot. If you see me shoot a takedown, don't be surprised. I mean, Kevin Holland was knocking everybody out, man. He was knocking people the fuck out, getting performance of the bonus, performance of the night after performance of the night. I mean, he had like his breakout year. He had like five fights in his breakout year. You know, so he's hit a little bit of a snag, and I feel like he's come down to 170 as well to try and see what he can do. And who knows? Who knows what he can do against Alex Oliveira? I think Alex Oliveira has kind of been people's beating stick lately. So Kevin Holland might just have that chance, man. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland on this one. Um, On to the next card. This fight between the heavyweights. The heavyweights, Sergey Spivak, 13-3. Greg Hardy, 7-4. Greg Hardy coming off a loss to Bam Bam Tai Tuivasa, and Sergey Spivak coming off a loss. Both coming off a loss, both coming off losses. Coming off a loss to Aspinall. Aspinall was going to headline the card in UFC London on the 19th of March. His opponent is looking shaky, he's looking touchy. That fight there is looking ropey for the main card. I mean for the main event, because Volkov is Russian, and with all the craziness that's going on with Russia and Ukraine right now, I'm not really going to get into the specifics and the politics of it, but a lot of sports is being affected by this whole thing. Formula One, football, it's happening everywhere. Boxing, Usyk having to drop his boxing career to go and defend his country. It's affecting our sports, the sports that we love, and so it's hard not to kind of talk about it, but again, you still got to try and avoid it as much as you can, because I don't know enough about the whole politics to even be putting my mouth in it. I just know it's affecting my shit. It's affecting people I love to see in the sports that I love to see them in. So, but Sergio Spivak versus Greg Hardy. Uh, this one here is a toss up. Is literally a toss up for me on this one here. But I'm gonna go with. I believe Hardy. If he loses this one, that's three in a row. He could be in danger of being caught. He can't do that. As we see, a lot of fighters got cut today. I think 12 of them got cut from the UFC today. And these are people that are like on two, three losing streak. You can't be losing three fights in a row. You know what I mean? You're gonna be facing the chops. So Greg Hardy is threading that line right now, and he could get that win against Sergey Spivak. So I'm gonna go with Hardy based on that he needs the win more than Spivak. I think Spivak actually could be in the same boat. I actually think Spivak could be in the same boat. He could be on the verge of being cut as well, actually. So I don't know. I don't know. This is a real toss up. But I'm gonna go with Greg Hardy anyways, man. I don't even want to pick him, but I think he's gonna want this more than Sergey Spivak. So that's the main card. Onto the prelims, we're going with Jalen Turner versus Jamie Mulaki. This is happening at 155, and Jamie Mulaki coming off a KO win against Devonte Smith. He's 14-4, and Jalen Turner is 11-5, coming off a sub win against Medic. And Jalen Turner is on 3-fight win streak. How about that? 3-5 win streak on an 11-5 record. That's crazy. That's insane to me. But I'm gonna go with Jalen Turner on here. And on to the next one. I'm going with no, not going with it, but I'm gonna read Marina Rodriguez. She's fighting against Yan Xiaonan. Yan Xiaonan is 32, a 13-2 record, coming off a loss to Carla Esparza, and Marina Rodriguez coming off a win against Mackenzie Dern. If you beat Mackenzie Dern, you're a gangster, because she's someone that I rate. I rate her a lot. I didn't think she was going to lose that fight to Marina Rodriguez, and that just goes to show the gangsterism of Marina Rodriguez here. And I think, yeah, Yan Xiaonan is really good as well. She's good. She's tough. She's one of those. I, she's one of those. I think I mean, she hangs in there with Zhang Wei Li, man. You know what I mean? So I think she's tough in her own right, and I think she can hold her own in her own right. But Marina Rodriguez, she's looking to get this fight, and probably propel herself to the title. And this is one of the reasons why Yan Xiaonan is taking this fight as well, because they all want to get to Thug Rose. They all want a piece of Thug Rose, and I think Marina Rodriguez is going to take this, and if she wins, I think that could get her that title fight. To fight Thug Rose later on in the year. So I'm going to go with Marina Rodriguez here. On to the next one, Nick Negroni versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Um, Kennedy Nzechukwu coming in with a 9-2 record, losing, coming off a loss to De Jong, and Nick coming off a win to Villanova, and Nick is 11-1. I'm gonna go with Kennedy here. I'm gonna go with Kennedy. This fight's happening at 2:05. Yeah, gonna have to go with Kennedy here. I'm big up to Taib. Salute to you, Taib, for joining us tonight. I'm doing all right. Thank you for joining us. It means a lot to us, and I hope you are doing well, my brother. Salam alaikum to you. We got the next fight here: Marina Moroz versus Maria Agapova. It's a 10-2 and 10-3 record, respectively. Marina Moroz is coming off a win to Bueno Silva, and Agapova coming off a win submission against Sabina Matzel. So these two fights, that's another toss up right there. Um, but on this one, I'm going to go with Maria Agapova on this one. The next fight up is Uman Nurmagomedov versus Brian Kelleher. Brian Boom Boom Kelleher, 24 and 12, coming off a win against Kevin Kroon. This fight is happening in the bantamweight division, by the way. And Uma, 13 and 0, 26 years old. He just literally fought the other week against Morozov and put him away in a very, very impressive fashion. I went for Brian Kelleher the last fight. I'm going to go for Umar Nurmagomedov with Tim Khabib over here, man. You know what I mean? So the Nurmagomedov brothers and cousins will ride with them, man. You know what I mean? We'll ride with them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Umar Nurmagomedov on this one. Um, oh, this is a big question here, Ty. Do you rate Clarissa Shield? I do. I actually do. But tell me, in what field? Is it in the MMA field or the boxing field? In the boxing field, I rate her a lot. In the MMA world, I've not seen enough. But she's doing all right so far, if that makes sense. But I haven't seen enough. But in the boxing world, she's gangster. Like, she even called her Leila Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter, and said, "Boy, you know what I mean? You want to come out, you want to do this thing? I'll dance with you." You know what I mean? Like, I like Clarissa Shields, but I like Clarissa Shields. So yeah, in boxing, I rate her. I rate her. Yeah, I rate her a lot, man. I think she's about it. She really is about it, and she's one of the few boxers that's taking the step out of her comfort zone, left boxing to come to MMA, and you know she's doing well in the PFL. She's had a couple fights, and it looks good. You know, she you know I think she lost one of them, but it wasn't. It's not a bad loss, if you know what I mean, for somebody that's not really in that sport and come in like that and go the distance and thing. You know what I mean? It's not a bad loss. Not. You know, it's no nothing to be ashamed about as far as Clarissa Shields is concerned in my eyes, anyways. But like I said, as far as I think going in MMA, I've not seen enough yet. But she's growing, and she's going to get there if she, you know, if she carries on in this path. Next fight on the card is Tim Elliot versus Olam Beckoff. Olam Beckoff is 13 and 1. Tim Elliot is 17 and 12 with a 1 no contest. Tim Elliot coming off a loss to Nicolau, and Ulan Bekov is coming off a win, split decision win at that, to Nascimento. This fight is happening in the flyweight division, and yeah, it's I like Tim Elliott a lot. Another one of those guys that I followed his whole career from his days on the Ultimate Fighter. A lot of these fighters, you know what I mean? I get to know them, get to know their character, watching them on the Ultimate Fighter because I've been watching that show for so many years. And I think Tim Elliott has that energy. The way he starts the fight is the way he finishes the fight. Always come with bundles of energy in the fight. He's never in a boring fight. If he loses, it's still going to be an exciting fight. And Ulambekov is a rising star, you know what I mean? He's a rising one, and I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a difficult one for me because I like Tim Elliott so much, but I think Ulambekov can get this one done like real fast. You know what I mean? So, whew, you know what? I'm gonna go with Lambekov. I wanted to go with Tim Elliott, but I'm gonna go with Lambekov. Big up to you, Colin. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for passing through. You know what I mean? Uh, I hope you've been well. Hope you've been doing good. Um, yeah, big up to you, man. And how do you think we do tomorrow? Tomorrow, no, we're playing Sunday. We're playing Sunday 2 o'clock, not tomorrow. But yeah, there's some big games on tomorrow though. Back to the fight card. We got Ludovic Klein versus Devonte Smith. Ludovic Klein with a 17 and 4 record, coming off a loss to Landwire, and Devonte Smith also coming off a loss to Mulaki, who's at the top of the prelim card. Um, I like it. I like it. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. I will go with Devonte Smith here. Even though it's coming off a KO loss, Ludovic Klein is chinning really old. He's chinning really old. They're new, man. You know what I mean? Can't trust both of their chins, but they're both fighting each other. So I'm gonna go with Devonte Smith. I'm gonna go with Devonte Smith on here. You know what I mean? Um, Taif says Ola Khabib is waiting with his bears. He hasn't forgotten what you said on the 19th of for real, bro. You know what I mean? Khabib and his bears, man. Jesus. Um, and the last fight on the prelims is Jacoby, 16-5, coming off a win against Gamzatov, and is fighting Mikhail Oleksichuk. I hope I haven't killed that man's name. I've been doing well with names all throughout the whole show. And I get to this one here. It's a tough one. I'll call him Mikhail. I'll stick with Mikhail. And it's coming off a win against Jay Allen. Mikhail is 16-4. Dustin Jacoby is 16-5. So this is a real toss up again with the record. But I'm gonna go with the younger dog here, and I'm gonna go with Mikhail on this one. Um, let's get on to the bonuses. The bonuses, performance of the night. Performance of the night. You guys put your performance of the night if you're picking bonuses. For fight of the night. Fight of the night. I'm gonna go with Colby and Mars Vidal, the main event. I'm gonna go with the main event for fight of the night and performance of the night. Mm, performance of the night. I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland. I'm hoping Kevin Holland ends this fight in the first round. If he does, he's definitely good for fight of the night. I mean for performance of the night. So I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland for that one and the fight of the night for the main event. Hopefully it goes the distance like Colby's promising us that he's gonna try and take him into deep waters. So I just hope the fight lives up to the card. Um, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Let's see what Taib says here. Taib says, "Where does Joshua go from here, Ola, after the rematch?" Are you assuming because that question, the way you angled it, Taib, are you assuming he loses the rematch? This is after the rematch with Usyk. Are you assuming he loses the rematch? Who knows what condition Usyk is gonna come back in after this war with Russia that is involved in? You know, who knows what condition Usyk is going to be in? We don't know. Nobody knows. So I don't really want to look that far ahead yet. But Joshua's got plenty of options, plenty of options. Even the fight with Fury, that fight, yeah, it will be better with belt on the line. But everybody will still want to see that fight. The man there from Abu Dhabi will definitely pay. They'll pay them and their millions to bring that fight over there and watch it, even without the title on the line. So I think there's plenty of options for AJ. Plenty of options. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. And yeah, thank you to everybody that's joined us tonight. Got one more topic to jump on. Cain Velasquez. Um, Carl mentioned Cain Velasquez earlier on. I mean, Cain Velasquez is looking at 6 counts. He's got 6 counts on him right now, and it's not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be. Um, the people that was in the car is now the new information is now turned out to be the stepfather of the guy that was molesting Cain Velasquez's daughter or his close relative, and the woman in the car is the boy's mom, and the daycare center where the child was going to is the daycare center of the molester's mom. So for 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 the for the bail hearing to, to get, they ended up giving the guy bail at the bail hearing, and he's really tipped Ken Velasquez off the edge. And I hear a lot of people saying he shot the wrong guy. Whoa, if you've got children, you don't really. To me, if you've got children, you understand that Ken Velasquez didn't really care that he got the wrong person. They were in the same car, and he was the stepfather of that person. Yeah, he did not know that at the time. It's a bit silly, like I said. I did say yesterday, like shooting at somebody on the highway is a bit crazy to me. It's ridiculous. But I get the motive. I get the reason why he did it. You know what I mean? Because you can never say what you do until it really happens to you. It's all right sitting in the comfort of your home, sitting in the comfort of your chair, and criticizing other people for doing what they did. But when you look deep and the reasons why he done it, you can't question it. You know what I mean? You can't question it. And for me, I'm definitely not questioning his motive for doing this. Someone molesting his daughter, and he hears it on the street, and he got the right car. He just didn't get the right guy. You know what I mean? So for me, free Kane. I understand. Um, he's facing a lot of charges, and he understands it. He's not. Kane is not out here begging and saying, "Oh, please, oh, I can't hack it in jail. Oh, please, let me out. Oh, let me snitch on some people to get myself out." Like he's not on none of that stupidness. You know what I mean? He's he's taking his leaks. He's taking the consequences. Everybody that you see saying free Kane, they're just showing support. They're just showing support because of what his family is been through, and rightfully so. So don't take the whole free Kane as, oh yeah, but what about the person in the shop? What about Kane's daughter? What, Kane's daughter don't need Kane at home for the thing that she's been through? What, Kane's daughter don't need Kane in her life? For the things that molesters put Kane's daughter through. So yeah, free Kane, absolutely free Kane. And on that bombshell, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you to everybody that's joined us tonight. Salute to all of you. That's just my take on the whole thing. And keep your eyes peeled for the watch along. I'm gonna be back with the watch along um, for the main card, 3 o'clock UK time. Come join us and let's enjoy the card together. And salute to everybody that's been with us tonight. Please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the notification button, um, and get us out there. We're a growing channel, and we can only do it with your support. Like I said, thank you very much for joining us. Salute to you lot. Hasta la vista. Salute.